Seraph of the End is not great. That's it. That's the video. Bye. Okay. Let me elaborate, and before people come and start screaming, this is the opinion of someone who has not read the manga and only watched the first season and the first half of the second season because I could no longer bear it. I'm sorry, you guys, I just couldn't. I couldn't, and it's for the very reason. And now, just listen to me. This show is too shonen. The main character, too shonen. The side characters, too shonen. The villains, too shonen. The mentor figure, too shonen. The goddamn love interests, too shonen. And this is coming from someone that watched Dragon Ball and enjoyed it. Yeah, buckle up, you guys, because I am serious. Seraph of the End contains everything about the shonen genre that I absolutely hate, and it starts first and foremost with the main character. But before I am about to demonstrate my despise for him, let me tell you what the anime is actually about. Seraph of the End is about a world where a virus has spread across the nation and has wiped out the majority of the population. Only children were able to survive, and the vampires used that chance in order to enslave them and use them as a blood supply. You, an orphan, of course, and his fellow orphaned family, I don't I don't know if I should phrase it like that, but it really does not matter because all of them die during their attempt to escape, except this one, and when you watch this video, you probably already know that. Anyways, he was able to escape, and when he finds his way to the outside world, it is established that not everyone has died, and that an army has formed in order to destroy the vampires, and that his escape was awaited since he is considered to be the chosen one, of course. And you know what? The premise of the show is actually pretty cool. Yeah, sure, it also is based on some common shonen tropes. It is still nuanced enough, mainly because of the vampires, to be quite intriguing, I guess. And I would even go so far as to say that the first season is alright. There is some pretty stupid stuff in it, don't get me wrong. Like, why do we need a high school setting in a world where they literally fight vampires in order to survive? I don't think that's where your priorities should lie. I'm really glad they only kept this up for a few episodes. I also don't like this guy, and I know that he's a fan favorite because he's hot and stuff, but I really couldn't care less. He's just an overpowered mentor who keeps secrets and whom you can't really trust, but still feel a connection to. At least some people do. But he really does nothing for me. However, I can see why people might like him. Also, the twist in the end was quite fascinating when you and Mika meet after several years and he finds out that Mika turned into a vampire. I really felt that. Sure, you was annoying as hell, but I still cared enough about them to see how heartbreaking this scene actually is. You also completely lost it, which leads him to turn into a one-winged monster, and that surprised me genuinely. However, after this, the show kinda lost its momentum. Question mark? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe my attention span is just too short. But season 2 was the moment where the bad was just too much to handle for me. And it was mostly because of the Yu is not a great protagonist, and that's because he offers nothing new to the shonen genre. He's an orphan, yeah, we have seen this, but executed better. He's the chosen one, yeah, we have seen this, but executed better. He's an entitled little boy who needs to prove that he's the chosen one and better than anyone else. Yeah, that sounds about right. Also, he is loud, like literally, he is so loud. Like, can you shut up? But what annoys me the most is that everyone just accepts this. Sure, they get angry a little bit at the beginning when he acts irrational, but sooner or later, they just accept that and are like, yeah, sure, he can do that because he's the main character, so this is fine. They just need to accept that he acts out, and the story always rewards him for that. Someone tells him, you don't do that, but he does that, and you know what? He's successful. So he never really has to face any punishment, and that annoys me so much. He never really struggles. You always know that he will somehow make it, and because of that, I never really cared about him, since I knew that everyone would just tolerate his behavior. They would tolerate that he makes it out to be that he's the only one who has problems, and that no one else has lost someone. You also doesn't really grow as a character. The only growth that I saw was that he was less annoying in season 2. Like, don't get me wrong, he was still not great. But since he figured out that Mika was alive, he got a little less obnoxious. But his lack of growth made me not that engaged to follow the story, since you knew pretty early on that he was special. This could be an interesting approach, but since he's not at all humble, and the story is not at all aware of how goddamn annoying that makes him, I really couldn't care less. Okay, let's talk about the side characters now. I really don't have a lot to say about them. They are alright. Stereotypical, but yeah, sure, alright. He's just an opposing factor to you who never really challenges him, but to me, he's basically Tsukushima, but edgy. This guy is overly self conscious, but it makes him kinda endearing, so it's alright too. Those two are therefore alright. I have nothing much to say about them, but the characters that actually make me angry are those two. And. Why? 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 At the beginning, they get introduced as kind of powerful and capable soldiers who have their shit together. But the moment they meet you, they lose all their brain cells and are overly indulged with him, which kinda hurts me because this manga was written by a woman, but she still wrote those female characters that are overly obsessed with this dude and can literally do nothing. They always have to be saved, and they're so weak. And like, why? Why did you choose to do that? It's not that hard to write good female characters. Let's talk about the only character that I somewhat like because I don't want to get angry. So let's continue. Mika is the only character in Seraph of the End that I genuinely like, and I think that surprises no one. And you know what? I would even go so far as to say that if he was the main character and the focus of the anime, I wouldn't even be that mad. I might even like this show. He's the far most compelling, and he has the far most compelling story arc. I don't know, it all serves of a ton of things. The boy doesn't really want to give in to his dark side, but Mika is compelling enough as a character that you kind of root for him. And the show also shows that he tries to maintain some of his humanity, although he lives in a world where humans are literally regarded as a food source. And that's cute, that's endearing. Also, his uncertainty of him being unsure if he was actually alive and him just giving everything up the moment he saw him makes you really like this guy. The only bad thing about him, and I know I just praised that aspect about him, but why does he like you? Why does anyone like you? He's so unlikable. Oh my god. But I digress. Mika is a character that is A-okay, and in comparison to all the other characters, he seems like a masterpiece. But one thing I like to add though, and I know this might sound stupid after I have praised him so much, but I wish that we didn't figure out that Mika was alive until you did. And I know I said I would have liked the story more if Mika would have been the main character, but when we take the canon as it is, would have been way more impactful on the general story. Sure, some would have predicted this, but still, when it would have been done well, then the reveal would have been really shocking. And yeah, that's basically all I want to say about the characters. I still have some knickknacks here. I really don't like the fighting scenes in the show. Like, they're so unengaging. They're like end very quickly, and I never really get really indulged in them because they end so quickly, like I already said, and they don't look that great from an aesthetic level. And you know what? If the story in general would have been great, I wouldn't even complain about this. But since the story is not great, it's very mid, actually, I will complain about this because this drags it down very, very heavily. And they have a lot of fighting scenes, and they're not that great. They're really not that great. Also, and this is just my opinion, you know, some people don't have to share this, but in general, I don't like that this art style is so cute. Like, this is a very dramatic and serious issue they actually have, and so many people died. Like, so many adults have been wiped out. But the art style is very cute, and I can't really take it serious because of that. But that's on me. That's just my issue. And I just don't like the art style for that concept of a show. And yeah, I also don't like that he doesn't grow as a character, but I don't like that he gets so strong quickly. Like, his characterization and his character development is very slow, but him being powerful is really on the focus, and he really grows in that part, you know? And that really annoys me because all the other characters don't really grow in strength, to be honest. And they are all pretty weak, so you always have to save the day, and no one else can do anything. And it's very sad and it's very boring, and I don't like it. And you know what? This is the end. I'm done. I'm done with this show. I'm done with this video now. I talked enough. Mostly, I complained about you, I know, and I'm sorry, but he's not great. And I will stop. I will stop. Just to conclude everything, the show, you know what? It's not that bad. Like, I've seen worse shows, but because it's so mid, it's very painful. And it makes it even worse because you can't even hate watch it, you know? You can't even hate watch it. And because of that, it's very mid. It's not that great. Some people might like it, but I don't. So yeah, this is the video. I hope you liked it. See you in the end card. Hi guys, I hope I didn't complain too much. This is a very different video because I'm not that positive. But you know what? I just needed to talk about this. And I will make more videos like this. I will do that. Also, like, try to go in some different directions. But I still hope you enjoyed it in general. And the audio in this video is probably also better because I bought a new microphone. Because I listened to my older videos and oh my god, it's very bad. So I bought a new micro and I hope it's better. I really do. And yeah, see you with my next video. I try to update the video every other week on the weekends, either Saturday or Sunday. But yeah, I try to upload more regularly and with a structure now. And yeah, I will try to go into different directions. I will still talk about animes, but also like different mediums. And I will hope you will like it. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.